Hello, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. We're here for another session of OpenDiner, and today we're celebrating our 100th event. That's a big feat. So 2 years almost. We want to have lots of fun tonight and celebrate how far we've come, all of us. And as you probably know, the OpenDiner was formed at the start of the pandemic. Thank you for joining in order to provide a safe and supportive environment for people to connect above all differences between us. We believe that true connection between people is the answer to all our problems. That's why we're here every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. And we thank all of you for being here with us. We appreciate everyone coming that joins here on Zoom and friends that are on Facebook and YouTube, all our viewers. And if you happen to be on Facebook and YouTube, say hello, send some love. We want to hear from you. And I'm one of your hosts. My name is Roberta.
And I am Gary, and I'm the other host. And one thing else about OpenDiner, on, let's see, Saturday, it will be our 2-year anniversary. We started on April 9th, 2020, and here it is 2 years. Wow, time's fun when you're having flies, huh? So it's good to be with you, and as usual, we are here to facilitate, but actually we are all creating this event together, and it's going to be fun. Thank you for contributing your time and good energy. And as always, we ask you to listen to others and remain respectful of everyone. And in honor of our 100th event, it's game night. So you must have your camera on or you won't be able to participate and really enjoy all of the fun and that we're going to have tonight. So let's get started. We're going to do our first activity in a minute. But first of all, here's a short video for those who are here for the first time that explains what OpenDiner is all about. And this takes us way back here.
OpenDiner is a virtual environment where people just like you can come together, enjoy a meal with music, toasts, a friendly chat from the safety of your home. Overcome isolation, loneliness, or boredom. Let's build a better world together. We are a team of friends with the desire to help bring people from anywhere together in positive connection. The next chapter in the history of humanity. So grab a plate or a snack, a drink, let's sit together at a virtual table for a friendly meal. Signing up is easy. We are all in this together.
Oh my goodness. I see some of us. I used to be a blonde 100 shows ago, I see. Well, that was a lot of fun seeing that. So what's an icebreaker? What's an OpenDiner without an icebreaker? So we're going to play a game now. The way it's going to go, it's going to be a short game. We're going to learn a little bit about each other. So we're going to pass an imaginary ball to each other. I'm going to be holding this ball. Okay, it's in my hands. And when I throw the ball, you're going to catch the ball and tell us where you're from and one unique thing about you. It could be something short and funny, some unique trait that you have. Let's say, for example, if you're, let's say, double jointed, or you want a hot dog eating contest or competition, then you're going to say what unique thing about yourself. Then you're going to take the ball and pass it to somebody else that didn't speak. And let's keep the ball moving quickly. Let's have some fun with this. So I'll start. I have the ball. It was hard to think of something unique, but I'll go with, I used to be a professional race car driver. I raced for about 3-4 years. I was on TV a couple of times. I raced on the whole East Coast. And I used to actually race in a celebrity race with all the famous people in 93 from, let's say, Melrose Place. That was a big thing they used to race. So I was a race car driver professionally for 3 years. So I'm going to take the ball. Yes?
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from a race car. No, I'm from Long Island, New York. Sorry, and I'm Roberta from Long Island, New York. Thank you, Gary, the other host, telling me. So I'm going to throw it to Gary. Catch the ball. Tell us something unique about yourself.
Oh, thanks. And I'll throw it back to you when I'm done. I'm Gary. I'm from South Carolina, and I used to play trombone in high school marching band and orchestra. And I'm going to pass this ball to Linda.
I'm Linda from upstate New York. And when I was younger, I played first base in baseball and softball, and everybody thought I couldn't do it because I'm only 5'1", but I did a lot of jump catches and I did well. I'm going to throw it to Carl.
Florida. When I was 11 years old, my parents had just gotten back from Guatemala, and they adopted 2 children, and they wanted me to see what it looked like in Guatemala, especially right after the earthquake. There was an earthquake there while my parents were there. So I sold snow cones and traveled there by myself. I made enough money to travel there by myself. Paula.
I'm Paula from New York. One unique thing about me, I think I mentioned it maybe last week or the week before, is I have a brother named Paul. It's not a coincidence. I'm going to throw the ball to Nina.
Thank you. My name is Nina. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Right now I'm in Austin, Texas. One unique thing about me, well, it's interesting because Paula mentioned her brother. I also, unique thing about me is, first of all, the OpenDiner was started on my birthday, which was April 9th. And my birthday is also my brother's birthday. He was born on the same exact day 4 years later. So that's pretty unique.
Hey, your parents have timing.
Susie.
Wow, let me think. I want to go on. I'm Susie, and I'm from Arizona right now. And okay, I was disabled for 28 years, and my arms and my neck didn't work, and I'm kind of a go-getter, so I needed to do something. So I listened to 1,397 books on tape, and I finished my doctorate in metaphysical science 10 years ago. Okay, I'm going to throw my ball to Rono.
It's a good thing your arms work, or else you wouldn't be able to throw that ball.
I thought you were going to say that you vacuum while you're on Zoom. There's a lot of static.
You know, I used to just dream about playing a piano, so this is so great having my arms back. Cool, huh?
Okay, I have the ball, and one thing about when we're talking about OpenDiner and study, I'm one of from Rotterdam. When OpenDiner started, I was one of from Brooklyn, New York, and I think in total I've moved around at least 28 times. So I'm throwing my ball to Rob.
Thank you, Rono. Be careful, it was my nose. I'm Rob from Wales, United Kingdom. And the one unique thing about me is, I think throughout the history of OpenDiner, I'm the only person that speaks Welsh. Oh yeah. And I throw my ball to Dan.
Thanks, Rob. I'm Dan from Ontario, Canada. It's a nice, quiet place. Rona, you're so worldly, so I'm going to do the opposite. So I have never been to New York City, ever. I have been to Florida, though. I like the weather, but not New York City. How about Elisa?
Thank you, Dan. Perfect throw. I want to say that you know, I don't know how unique. Oh, I'm Elisa from New York. Sorry. And I don't know how unique it is, but I was in Guatemala too, but not when I was 11. It was just 10 years ago, I think. And I climbed to one of the volcanoes, not active, of course, but it was something that I will never forget. And I recommend everyone to experience that. I don't know whom to throw ball in unless I will keep it.
I think you're going to keep. Did everybody go? I think so, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to take the ball back. Lisa, throw it to me. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I have the ball. We're going to play another game now. That was a lot of fun. I learned things that I know some of these friends. I didn't even know some of these things that you told us. So, okay, our next game, now everybody unmute themselves. This part requires everybody being unmuted. Now that we know a little bit about each other, we're going to play another short game. Actually, there's a feedback. Maybe Susie, can you mute yourself for this? Yes, but when it's your turn, just unmute yourself then, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I turned it. There's some. I'm good now, right?
No.
No, still no. Okay, cool.
Oh, no. But you can still play. When it comes to you, just unmute and then unmute yourself. Okay. So
Yeah.
now
I
we
think
know
the feedback is gone though from
Oh, the
Susie.
feedback's gone, yeah.
it's gone. Try it again, Susie.
Yeah, but the air conditioner's still loud.
Oh no, it's good.
Oh, it's good now.
Okay.
Yeah. See,
Whatever you need.
there's a thing Gary taught me, and I forgot to do it. But when I'm not playing music, there's a button I'm supposed to put. So I'm cool now.
Okay, you're good. You're good. So everybody's unmuted. We're going to play this other game. It's a short game with this imaginary ball that we're going to be holding. So I'm going to start out holding the imaginary ball. I'm going to start a story. We're all going to do a story together. I'm going to pass this imaginary ball to someone else on the screen. When that person gets the ball, you guys are going to add to the story. We're going to make a funny story here. So let's listen to each other. Let's catch the ball when you get it. Add your funny line. Add to the next person, and we're going to do a continuous story. Let's see where this goes. Okay.
Do we say the first thing that comes to our mind?
Well,
Careful, Carl. Careful.
Wait a second. A little bit in context. Okay, in context.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's see where this goes. But let's try it quick and fun. Okay, so I'm going to start. One day at OpenDiner, Nina.
Our hosts were very drunk. Carl.
And
Wait.
instead of doing what they were supposed to do, they started jumping up and down. Dan.
Hosts are now jumping up and down. All right, Gary really started jumping up and down and threw his back out.
Yeah, I threw my back out the window, so I was spineless, so I just fell over like a rubber chicken. Linda.
Never gets old.
So we took him and we hung him up in the butcher shop. Susie.
When an angel came and healed him and said, "You don't have to be a wet, loose thing anymore. And now you have your life to live." And Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to know what all the commotion was about, so I went out on my bike and I rode past Gary's house, and his back fell on my head.
I'm so glad we're keeping it like a story.
And it's got a main character. I love it.
Yeah. Okay, Rob, throw this.
Linda.
There you go.
I went already. Do you want to?
Oh, right.
You could add whoever didn't go, but then remember someone that didn't go. Okay.
Okay. Paula, then.
And then we all hopped on one foot. Elisa.
And we were hoping, and we all hoped to the OpenDiner, and finally we were able to sit at the round table at the OpenDiner. Rona.
The end.
That's it?
That was good. Good.
Oh, wait a second. Do we have time for one more? Since we got the gist of what time?
Let me write this one down, though. I'm gonna.
No, we don't have time for one.
Oh, is
more.
it what we develop here? Is that copyrighted?
Yeah, I don't think anybody would want to copyright it. Don't worry. I think it's good. Maybe Gary. But all right, so we don't have time for another one, but that was good, friends. So we're gonna watch a video now, let me get over here. We're gonna, what are we doing? We're going to watch, I'm gonna hand it to Gary, actually. Gary, please. If
Yeah,
you
we're gonna
can.
we're gonna quit stealing my lines. I have no back, remember? Now we're gonna watch another short video. This one is from a past event, and this is taken from a roundtable discussion after we saw video. And the workshop question was, what would the world look like if we all spread good emotions? What would the world look like if we all spread good emotions? Let's take a look at what we said then, and then afterwards we're gonna answer the same question here tonight. So let's watch that video.
What will the world look like if we all spread good emotions?
People interacting and understanding and communicating, and I think it would be a bright, happier place.
A different reality would emerge from that completely, because it's the flip of what's happening right now. And there's something in us that wants to think it's impossible, but it really just starts with just spreading, like what we're doing right now. And out of that comes like a ripple effect that starts to impact the entire system, like we learned in the video. And then from that, changes are made. They're small changes at a time end up to a large sum that benefit humanity as a whole. And that's where we find our relief, our salvation, I think.
All right. So, like I said, we're going to, so this is what we try to do here at OpenDiner, spread connection and good emotions. So let's see our etiquette rules really quick. Just as a reminder, we won't spend too much time on them since we're answering only one question. So let's go over those real quick. You all know them by now, hopefully by heart, but it's always good to go over them again. We're here to build a space of support, love, care, and warmth. Everyone is equal and very important. We go around the table and speak briefly and on topic. We listen attentively because we always, when we listen, it triggers something in us that expands the question. And there are no right or wrong answers. The truth is in the center of our connection. So we're going to do this popcorn style. So whenever you want to answer, just open your mic and answer. And the question again is, what was it? What would the world look like if we all spread good emotions? Who wants to go first?
Go on then, I'll go first. I think it was last week I said in answer to one of the questions, I used the example of going into like a waiting room where everyone's sitting, waiting, twiddling their thumbs, looking glum. And I don't know if you've ever tried, I try it quite often. Smile. And you soon see that everyone in the room begins to smile. And in addition to that, if you start talking to people with positive energy, you find that before long everyone's having a chat and they're all positive. So like John said in the video, it starts with you, or starts with me, and it spreads. It's like a ripple effect. Positivity breeds positivity. So I think the world would look a beautiful place if we could all spread a little happiness.
I think the world would be peaceful and happy. Everybody would be happy. Everybody would have all their needs met without fighting. No fighting, just peace and harmony.
I think the world would be much like Linda said, but I think there'd also be challenges, but it would be exciting. Like life would be very exciting because we have faith in one another that the others can boost us up, and you kind of get this, I don't know, reaction going where people are like, yeah, we're all supported by one each other. Let's let's do this. This is incredibly hard, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna be fine because we're supporting each other. Oh, it's popcorn.
Yeah, and the competition still will be there, but we will be competing, who can support each other better, who can help the others better. That would be the real competition, and it will be actually much harder than what we are competing at right now.
Yeah, I was just thinking that to add to what you were saying, like if everyone spread good emotions, then it would become really looked down upon to spread bad emotions, to do like anything, negative towards one another. So there just wouldn't be any place for that because, today we're allowing kind of that to happen because it's acceptable, but if the opposite became acceptable, then no one would do it, I don't think.
Yeah, people would start to see the difference, the contrast between, let's say fear and love, and see how good it is. And like it would be the ripple effect. Everybody would just start wanting to have good emotions, and there would be much less fear.
I want to say something about making sure that positive thing is authentic, because I kind of had this thing where I wanted everybody to be happy and I was doing all that, but I found a bunch of stuff inside of me later that wasn't that happy, and my happy was to cover up my unhappy. But when you get into your shadow and you heal, and your joy and your positive is authentic, it's contagious. It'll hit like wildfire on this planet when we all get extremely authentic in our positive spread of this awesome energy that we are.
Yeah, I think if everybody's doing this, it becomes easy to spread the good emotions because it's so contagious and it builds on itself. Right now, we live in a world where if you have good emotions, it gets squashed so quickly by all the negativity that's going on. It's very difficult. It's a fight. It's a battle. It's hard work just to get yourself up to that place. But if everybody was in that positive attitude, people who were negative would stick out like a sore thumb. It would be so obvious. And I don't think the bad emotions or the bad attitude would last very long. It gets swallowed up in the good emotions. So I think but it's work getting there to that place to where, everybody can do that. But I would like to see the world like that. It would be one.
I'll just add to Gary. You know what I was thinking of? I was thinking of two opposite things. I'm going to go with the positive one. I was thinking of New Year's Eve. Everybody's happy. Everybody's hoping for the future. Everybody's in that same space at that exact moment of joy and happiness. And they're wishing the best for everybody. And then, 20 minutes, an hour goes by and we're back to where we were. But to try to be in that space of always looking at it's a new chance. Every moment's a new beginning. And just to be nice to people, like I forgot who said it here, but smiling and just being in a good vibe. We have energy that carries around us. And we did a show once. I know, because I hated being on camera. Now I love it. No, I'm kidding. But I had a smile for 1 minute. I remember 60 seconds. I had to sit there and just smile. And nobody was allowed to smile. And you guys had to watch me. And everybody ended up smiling. So there's something in our brains that actually chemicals, Sarah would have told you, she knows all that, the host, what changes our brain, the oxytocin or whatever, it kicks in by just seeing someone else smile. So something as simple as that. What is it?
It's called mirror neurons. We
There you
mirror
go.
each other. Yeah.
Exactly. So by smiling and being in a good mood, even when people are kind of miserable, you see it changes the whole mood. So try to be, every day is a new day, New Year's Eve, and smile. Cheers. 100 show. Good.
We've got an answer in Facebook. Tsippy says, a world where everyone takes care of each other before themselves. A world of amazing harmony between all the parts, between all the people. A world where the power of love and connection holds us all within it.
I think there's one thing that we could agree on is that a world like that is a world where everyone would feel safe. You know, in this world currently, we have a fraction of a second when we're leaving our home to protect ourselves, you know, to just in case something happens, you know. But a world like where we spread good emotions is in a world in which if someone has something bad happening to them, they would be able to come out of it quickly because, you know, they would feel the support around them.
I think like Rono said, if it would take some getting used to, I think, because I think that right now a lot of us feel like we can't say exactly what we're feeling or thinking to other people because of negative reactions. But I think it would create a world where we would be more open to each other.
Yeah, I think it would create a world where people could be themselves finally, you know, and be unafraid to express themselves without being criticized. And I think it also opened the door for creativity to accomplish things that we've never seen before. I think our progress would accelerate exponentially just because we had the support of everybody and the backing of everybody. I think there wouldn't be any limitations on what we could do. You know, it's really limitless if we could all generate that positive energy all the time.
I mean, just think really, if we started to realize that everybody loved us and everybody was positive, I mean, and we could take our walls down and really start trusting. I mean, this stuff is contagious. It'd go like wildfire. It might take us a little while to say, can I trust this? Because we've been, you know, slam dunked several times, several million times. But I mean, can you imagine I mean, and that's supposed to happen. I mean, the Mayans say there's this sixth sun, and the only way to grow is through positive joy and stuff. There's all this shift in our, I'm ready for it. I mean, I'm ready.
Yeah, but let's start imagining, you know, it starts from a group like with us, with all friends on Facebook, you know, and it will spread out this even imagination of this world, what we're all talking about that sounds like a fantasy at the moment, but it can become a reality if we really, really, truly want it to be like what we just discussed and imagined.
Yeah, you know, imagine how much is necessary to actually make this happen, you know, spread good emotion. It's just something that you do in your thoughts. You don't have to do too much, you know. You make a good wish for someone you don't know, someone you bump into in the streets. It's not a lot, you know, just a good thought and you go on your way. And that's enough to spread so much good vibes all around us.
You know, you can see,
Go ahead.
well, you can see what happens in the world when it's all filled with negativity. The earth is deteriorating. The earth is falling apart. And it's because everything is so negative. It destroys the planet. It destroys people. We destroy each other through negative thoughts. We kill each other. And let's turn that around. You know, I would love to see that kind of a world. And, you know, it starts here at OpenDiner. Is one little spot that can start to make a difference.
I was going to say, I saw this line, it says, smile, it confuses people, which is true. But like you said, like Gary's saying, it comes from within us. And like, we're all here very comfortable around each other, and friends that join who throughout the 100 shows, I think everybody's comfortable here. I was never one for the being in front of a camera, but there's something that's created between us all by accepting that, judging all these etiquette rules. I do carry over to real life a lot of times. I say, oh, you got to listen to people, continue what someone's saying. And I think we could learn a lot from what this show has brought. I try to use all these things that we're learning here.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about, like, what if it's going to happen eventually, it's going to happen, and what will everybody do? It's like, okay, now I can just, everybody's giving me positive feedback, I can do whatever, I can become whatever I want to be, so it's interesting, like, in the end, what will people desire to be? I'm just going with this. Everybody would just want to help each other. It seems like we wouldn't need any lawyers, so nobody's going to want to be a lawyer.
And all the positivity would take the focus off self, because you'd quickly learn that everyone's got your back. Everyone's looking out for you, so you don't have to worry about yourself. So then we can all kind of team together and help Gary get his back. That'll be our focus.
I'm just thinking of I'm sure you all have seen that video. It went viral at some point where this guy comes into a subway car, and everyone's like looking gloomy coming back from work or whatever, and looking at their phones. And this guy just starts laughing hysterically. And it picks up, and then one person next to him smiles, and then another person smiles, and then before you know it, the whole subway car is laughing hysterically. So emotions are truly extremely powerful and very, very contagious, and we don't even realize how much we affect each other with them. And I think if everyone spread good emotions, most of our problems, if not all of our problems, would be gone completely. Like depression, war, you name it, everything would be gone if we just, you enter an elevator, you say hello to someone, you smile, then they'll be more likely to smile to the next person they meet. You tell them to have a good day. Like it's as simple as that. Just to lift up someone's mood a little bit, whatever you can do.
I think this should be part of education. They teach us all kinds of stuff and good stuff like chemistry, whatever, but like they don't really just explain, because if you look around, like the subway thing, look around, we're completely unhappy for the most part. We have so much of everything. We're completely unhappy, and it just keeps getting worse, right? So it's like, we have to be the silliest mammals on the planet. All the other mammals are good except for us. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Anyways.
Got my degree in Smile 101.
Most efficient course you can get, right?
That I might get 100 on, or an A. I have the dimple, so it might work. If that was the only thing we had to do in school, I would have done well.
It's amazing that we allow ourselves to live in this kind of a world, to be like this. I was thinking also, if we all had that positive attitude, probably nobody would get sick. I think health has a lot to do with your attitude. And so bye doctors. Doctors can, become comedians or something. I don't know. It'd be a good job for them. So anyway, are there any more? I mean, we could go on all night, just because you start fantasizing about it and imagining it, and you just go, all these endless possibilities. It's such a great topic, and it's such a great way to great focus for OpenDiner. So we'll leave it open for a couple more here. I think we have time.
That saying everybody's a comedian would come in good there.
Can you imagine if it was mandatory for you to make at least 10 people smile during the day? Otherwise, you go to jail.
But it would be happy jail.
Let's start from the classroom. That would be the assignment. That's what you get, A for.
Yeah, we should have clowns teaching elementary school. I think that would be a great start.
I used to have my own nursery school, and I could actually change the kids, help them change their life by, and it would just putting that smile on would change. It works. It works. Smiles help us be happy. Even if I had a teacher said, just fake it. And I said, well, I had to fake a lot of my childhood. So what's different? And he said, you're an adult now. Just practice this smile. And when you practice it, you find things to be happy about. It's all around us. We just forget.
Very true. And it's always great to get kids laughing. It's the most fun. It's the funniest thing in the world. So I think we had a good discussion here. I really enjoyed this. This is really fun. So we're going to switch gears here, and just a little transition. We're a reminder that we meet here every week on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Join us every week, and we'll continue spreading good emotions like this and making a difference in the world, one OpenDiner at a time. And but now we're going to play another game. And this is called Virtual Musical Chairs. I know you all probably played musical chairs when you're a kid in school, but we're going to play it here. And what we're going to do is we're going to play some music. And instead of stealing chairs before the music ends, we're going to freeze when the music stops. So we'll do our chair dance. And then when the music stops, you freeze. But the last participant to freeze loses the round. And if you're eliminated, you turn off your camera. That way we can keep track of who is still playing. We're going to keep, and then we'll start the music up again and start dancing again. And we'll just go until, we have one person left, and they'll be the winner. They will be the happy person. So y'all get how we're going to do this? So when the music's going, you dance. When it stops, you freeze. Whoever the last person to freeze gets eliminated. They turn off their camera, and then we start the music again, and we keep doing the same thing. So let me set up the music here.
And while Gary's setting up the music, I'm going to help out. I'm going to be watching to see who actually moved or froze or didn't. Okay, so this is a team effort. So let's see who's going to be the last one on the screen. Okay, Gary.
And here we go.
I believe Carl was the last one that moved. Carl, I'm sorry. You have to turn off your camera.
He probably blinked.
You want to do it again, everybody? Oh, no, Carl. Okay, good.
Just a child, I learned by watching you. I need you to show me something.
I think it was Rob this time. I'm doing a bird's eye view. I sat back even. Okay. Neener. Nina.
Neener.
Rano. Rano, you have good dance moves, but a little too good.
The guys are eating it, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not hearing it. Yeah. They're in the music, they're in the move. Yeah.
All right.
When I'm waiting for something to happen, we determine what will happen.
I think you're right. Listen, man, and stand. Now, we're getting to the nitty gritty. If you have to move your arms, not just fingers there, Paula, because that's very easy to stop. Okay, so let's get the body into this. We're down to 4 women now. Good.
To belong, to come here as a
Linda. And then there were 3.
friend. The light is strong to touch our soul at last. I need you to show me something good. Show me how. Can't do it without you.
Carl's cheating. You cannot come back, Carl, and you could take Elisa with you. I'm sorry, Elisa. You were very much into that. I saw that. Very good, though. All right. We're down to 2. And then there were 2, Paula and Susie.
Well, you remember the movie They Shoot Horses, don't they?
No, I don't.
Yeah, okay. All right.
No. Yeah.
When I'm waiting for something to happen, we determine what will happen. When I'm waiting for something to happen, we determine what will happen.
I wanted to say there's a tie, but there was definitely a clear winner. Susie, Paula, you were too into the music. You kept going, unless there was a Zoom delay. But Susie, let's everybody open their cameras. That was fun. Good job, Susie. And Paula, last 2 standing. Excellent.
That was really fun. Really fun.
You did it on Zoom, though. That really worked out well. Great job, everybody. That was amazing. Great job, as I said. As you know, OpenDiner is known for our famous chair dance. So here's a little clip of our dance that we definitely will do next time for sure. Here's a little taste of our weekly dance party. We're going to watch a video for a second.
I got a taste of the real world. I got battered on the North Shore. It gave me comfort when I always knew that. I always knew that you were there for me next door. I lived it hard on the long road. I ran through every single zip code. I get lonely, but I always knew that. I always knew that your heart I could call home. And nothing could ever stand in our way. Whether it all falls down, whether it all falls through, I know that you'll be waiting there for me when I come through. Even if I get knocked down, even if I get pushed through, I know you'll be standing there for me, strong like a statue. Oh, like a statue, statue. Oh, like a statue, statue. Oh, like a statue, statue.
Ah, that's a good song. We need to use that again. Okay, so that was a little taste. We're going to do it next week again. But we're going to play another game now, which is very fun. This game's going to be, never have I ever at OpenDiner now. Everyone's going to put their hands like this. Okay, not up but down. So you can put your hands like that. And I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to go through some prompts. If you've never done this, put one finger up. If you have done this, excuse me. So I'm going to read these 15 things. If you have done this at OpenDiner, put your finger up. If you've smiled, you put your finger up. So you get the gist. If you've done it, finger up. Okay. I just kept rambling on when I truly had nothing to say at OpenDiner when we had, let's say, all of the workshops. So if you have done or haven't, yes or no. Okay. I was a little bit tipsy at OpenDiner. Okay. Wait, I want to change the screening because I want to see what everybody is saying as I go. Okay. Now I can see you. Okay. I sat there in my underwear because no one could see me from my chest up. Okay.
Does today, does that include today?
Yes. Now we have a virtual picture in our minds of Gary. Okay. I caught myself silently criticizing others and realized that was not the point. Okay. Okay. I done a silly, super silly dance move when it was my turn on OpenDiner Dance. Okay. I wanted to hug everybody here at one point after they spoke from their heart. No. Okay. I wanted to escape this place. This was too much for me. I wanted out. Okay. I just could not force myself to turn the camera on, even though they kept asking over and over 10 times, beginning and middle, cameras on, please, but I didn't do it. Most everybody here has had their cameras on, by the way. Okay. I felt a special kind of connection, especially towards the end. If you felt that, put your finger up. I felt like a kid again with our conversations and icebreakers, maybe. Okay. I didn't want to connect, but then I felt grateful that I did. Okay. I had a laughing fit and couldn't stop laughing at Gary. Okay. This is OpenDiner. So I stuffed my face with food while others watched, and I realized later, oh my God. After watching it on YouTube or Facebook, right? I fell asleep during the show. Oh, okay. Let me see.
What happens when you run out of fingers?
You ran out of, no, you have two hands. Where's your other hand?
No, we already ran out of fingers.
I couldn't see. I was reading the prompts. Okay. So everybody ran out of fingers. So you did all these things, Rano? How'd you have time? You're the tech guy on top of it. Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
The trays are toast.
So who had the least here? I think everybody's about the same. 8 and Lisa's 10, Rano's 10, 15.
Linda.
Rob. Okay.
And the ones that have 6 are lying a bit too, so it's fine.
Yeah, and you have 1? Oh, okay, there. Well, Rob, it's funny. Rob, I think, has the least. You know why? Because Rob just joined us in the past, I think, 2 months. Give it time, Rob. Give it time. You're going to have all your feet up, like you said, toes going. So that was fun, right, guys? So now we're going to do something nice, since we all know each other. You put your hands down. Now the floor is open. If you'd like to raise a toast to anybody at OpenDiner or someone who's here with us, let's open our hearts, spread good emotions. Whoever wants to raise a toast to the event, to friends, how you feel, floor is open. Go for it.
I toast Gary for being my music tech, because from him helping me last time, I've got 3 new jobs on Zoom. Yeah, cool. Thank you, Gary.
I only charge 20% as an agent fee.
I will pay. I swear. You get me on. I will. No, I'm serious. You know so much.
I'd like to give a toast to Susie and also Paula, both of you. Susie, because I've heard, from what you've told us, that you've been through a lot and you really have a great attitude. After all of that, you bring a lot of good feelings, good emotions to the Open Diner. And Paula, I don't know, you skipped maybe one or two less than me. I've skipped more than you have. And you've been here all the time supporting us. So a big cheers to you two.
I want to raise a toast to this very lovely lady who showed us the door when we were hopping on the street to this Open Diner that was such a beautiful place. She was the founder and creator of this place. I am talking about Donna. We saw her at the very first clip, and this is cheers to Donna. This is amazing what she started together with Rona.
I was going to add to that. I was going to say Rano and Donna. Rano and Donna. That's difficult to say. Say it 10 times. Fingers up. No. Rano and Donna started this, and that's Donna is Rano's wife. So a big thank you to you guys. Started this out of the blue. Amazing job. And it went into something huge. Just to tell you, we have like 17,000 to 20,000 people at times each month that watch this in reruns on YouTube and Facebook. So there might be like 10 of us here right now, 15 of us, but this reaches a lot of people. So make sure you look good and do your dance moves. No, but thank you, Rano, and tell Donna hello. Thank you.
Yeah, I will. Gary, if you don't mind, I would like to, people who understand that, there are those who help start an idea, but what keeps it alive is those people actually every single week put in the effort and keep it going. And that's all of the team that you look at, you see here, and also those friends that are not visible, those that have the camera off because they are in, live streaming or doing the tech or doing the promotion during the rest of the week and cannot join during the show itself. I remember when we were starting and talking with each other about how to have something that brings positive feedback for positive vibes to people during the pandemic, when the pandemic was starting and people were panicking. And then, friends started saying, oh, I want to join in, just like that. And they took it over. And, now it's a big production with, like content team and hosts and a lineup and musical guests and everything. And I think Nina should take a good part of the credit, but she doesn't like me to say it, so I won't say it. But so just so you know, there's a big team behind it, and those are the ones that actually deserve the kudos. Thank you, guys.
I'd like to toast Carl for fostering and then adopting two older kids rather than babies. I think that's a great thing you've done, Carl. L'chaim.
I want to raise a toast to Maria. She's the square down there in the bottom says Open Diner. She's behind the scenes. She does a lot that we don't know about. You never see her, you never know who she is, but she works hard and she's here every week helping us. Thank you, Maria. Oh, and also, if any of you have a chance, you should go back. I'm going to post the link in the chat, but here's a great link for YouTube. You can go back. It has all of the past sessions in chronological order. Go back to the very first 2 or 3, check them out. I mean, it's really fun. Just to see how.
And I'd like to raise a glass to all of you, because as Roberta said earlier, I've only been here 5 minutes, and I am so glad that I joined, because you guys are absolutely awesome. The love, the joy, the connection that you feel in Open Diner is second to none, and it's really inspirational. So I think you're all doing an absolutely fantastic job. Thank you very much.
Can we go twice?
Yes.
I'd like to toast Roberta. I always wanted a girlfriend with an accent like yours, and you'd be surprised how many mornings I wake up and think of something that you said, and I'm telling you, it's just you're my New Yorker girlfriend. Thank you, Roberta.
Thanks, sister. Okay. I'm going to go again. I want to say this, and then I don't know if anybody else was going. I'm sure they were, but I'm going to jump in. My great co-host here, Gary, who's an amazing man. And we were talking about different music and stuff like that. A lot of the videos that we've watched, he produced, made, and did voiceovers for. He's so talented, and it was shown so many times in this show. And he's such a genuine, great person. And you add so much to this that we couldn't imagine not having you with us. So I want to raise a big toast to Gary. And he does so much work behind the scenes, as does Nina being production. So I wanted to add that. Thank you, friends.
Just a very little thing I want to, to thank and raise this toast for YouTube broadcast. Maybe sometimes we do hear Maria, sometimes very rarely, but we never hear this amazing person who perseveres and does YouTube broadcast every week. Every week, Volodya is with us and without failing, do it. Thank you so much.
I want to raise a toast to Dan for having the best hair. You got the best. I don't know if anybody has watched it, but the original Dune, Paul Atreides, you look just like him. And also, you're from Canada, and you don't use A too much. A.
They actually have a re-education course in Canada where they beat that out of us, Carl. We're allowed to go to the United States. We're actually not that nice up here.
So big toast to you for taking that class.
Oh, now they say B. They're on their B's.
Thanks, Carl. And the original Dune, that was a good one, actually. I think this is, a toast to all of OpenDiner. It has many components, right, that we've all heard of, and they're all required to be here, including the people watching us on, I guess, YouTube and things like that. And it's really a model, right? It's like if you want your society, you want your life to be good, you have to build an appropriate environment that's conducive to what you want, And it's just quite amazing that this thing even exists. It really is. It's a miracle. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we could go on and on, I'm sure, but we're running out of time as usual. So where are we here? Gary.
Yeah, well, we're going to close it up here. As usual, follow us on Facebook, Meetup, YouTube. Click like and subscribe, and we also have this new podcast, anchor.fm OpenDiner. Check that out. It's really fun it's much more pleasant to just listen to it instead of looking at all of our faces. So no, it's really great to it's a different way of listening to it. Click like, subscribe, and share with your friends, please. On YouTube and Facebook, you can watch all of our past events, and you can RSVP for our upcoming events on Meetup and Facebook. And if you like the event tonight, please don't forget to rate us 5 stars. And Roberta, wrap it up.
Okay, we're going to end this with a beautiful song and a video about the connection we're trying to build here in OpenDiner. We hope you enjoy it, and thank you all for joining us and taking part. We're going to meet again next Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join us every week. So let's watch this video and this song and spread the words and bring your friends. Thank you, everybody.
For you there
there's a chance to fly. Through you there's a path so sublime. And our words are threaded with light, singing from hearts that unite. Through you there's a space to live, an ocean of gifts to give. Through you there's a place to see every part of me. Behind the skies, above all the lights, don't know where I begin and where you end. The dance of the stars, like kisses the dark, a fountain of love. There's a song, for you there's a call. All is one, for you there's a space to live, an ocean of gifts to give. For you there's a place to see every part of me. Behind the skies, above all the lights, don't know where I begin and where you end. The dance of the stars, like kisses the dark, a fountain of love. Skies, above all the lines, don't know where I begin and where you end. The dance of the stars, like kisses the dark, a fountain of
Wow, amazing. Well, everybody, thank you for joining. I'm sure Gary wants to add something, but may the next 365 days be of love and joy and connection. And we'll see where we are 1 year from now. Gary?
Thank you all for being here. And I think that's it. There's nothing else to say. So here's the 100 episodes and 2 years. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. That's great.
Great job, eh?
Hey.
Thank you, everybody. Love, 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 love. Big hugs.
Yeah. Thank you, Susie, Paul,
All right,
everybody. Thank you.
we'll work that out of you, buddy. You just come up here for a bit.
Till next time.
Great week.